All right, hear me out. I'm trying to get cut. I'm trying to get lean. And this guy says this breakfast burrito changed his life. High protein, maybe.
Changed my life. Breakfast used to be a chore to make. Now it's actually
Oh,
This is what 5 pounds of body fat looks like. Want to lose this and more? Keep watching.
Have you seen this guy? The
keep
one that
watching.
says stop.
Keep going.
rewarding. Not only is this breakfast easy to meal prep, but its high protein content and cheesy, savory goodness make it a
See, when someone says something's easy to meal prep and they start out by scrambling eggs, you know the cleanup sucks, man. I'm just saying.
no-brainer for my morning
It's
routine.
always
You
brutal.
only need 5 ingredients, excluding
Cottage
spices,
cheese,
to make 6
lean-
hearty burritos from scratch.
What was that,
Simple,
turkey?
inexpensive, and delicious.
Okay, turkey.
Hey, just like all my other recipes. The goal here is
Turkey's
high
like pretty
protein,
much
and I've got
protein.
some
It's got a
ground
lot of
turkey
protein
pulled
in
at
it.
a third of the weight
That's
since
bad,
it's
but-
so lean. Eggs, of course, because a breakfast burrito wouldn't be what it is without them. And
Yep.
cottage cheese. Look, you gotta just trust me on
Whipped.
this one. I know it sounds weird, but just wait and see. I'm smarter
I didn't even know you could get whipped cottage cheese.
than I look. And because my mom complains that there aren't enough vegetables in my recipes, I'm including some kale. Doesn't really matter what
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's totally
the
fine.
veggie I use here, anything to get her off my back. Pan goes down like my hopes and dreams of ever leaving my 9 to 5 to pursue YouTube as a career. Crank up the heat to medium high.
Keep on it,
Once
buddy.
the pan is heated, I add the I meant to do that.
Dude.
Yeah, I meant to do
If you've ever done that before, yo, leave a comment. Put a chat in there. Like, I swear to God, I've done this so many times. And then on the pan, it gets stuck. Like that little like plastic film here, that's stuck on there for life.
that for my shameless plug. Look, if you're in the market for a durable non-stick pan like this one, you can find an affiliate link for this exact 12-inch pan that I use from Amazon in the description below.
I don't know if that's the
Washing
same
up
one, but
my
you can still see it
intentional
there.
Mistake, I get the turkey cooking and start adding my personal taco seasoning spice blend. About a
Chili.
tablespoon or 8 grams of chili powder, the last of my smoked paprika, about half a teaspoon or 2 grams, 1 teaspoon or 3 grams of onion powder, the same amount of garlic powder,
Wow.
half a tablespoon or 4 grams of cumin, a pinch of oregano, about a quarter teaspoon,
That's a lot of
1
seasoning.
teaspoon or 2 grams of black pepper, an optional pinch of red pepper flakes, and 1 to 1.5 teaspoons or 9 grams of salt.
Wow.
I just mix around the turkey to coat it in the spices. Oh, you good? I start cooking the meat before adding the spices, as I find it's a nice way to save a little time. Gives the turkey a head start in browning.
That's so much
Once the meat
seasoning.
and spice mixture starts to look a little dry, it's time to plop in the cottage cheese. Okay, comment below how you feel about this right now. Then
Oh.
reply to your comment after seeing what this turns into.
Oh, that's so smart. I actually never thought about that. I thought he was using all that seasoning for the meat, but I've only looked at cottage cheese as like eating it like out of the container, not mixing it with meat. That's okay.
The whole reason for adding cottage cheese in the first place is for the high protein content,
Yeah.
as well as the moisture it provides to the meat. It
Yeah,
kills
that's
two
like-
birds with one stone, and
Yeah.
it, well, makes this cheesy. We'll check up on that in a minute. In the meantime,
Does
to
it,
appease
like-
my mother, you see this, Mom?
Is it so
You
liquidy,
see
though?
me? Are you proud? Just toss that bunch of protein leaves into the schlop on the stove.
The fact that he didn't take out the stems. I hate eating the stems of kale. Like they're so hard and they just.
And
yeah,
we've turned
I'm not into
something
it.
healthy into something healthier. You see how runny this is right now? Yeah, I'm gonna let that cook down while I prep the next thing that will go into these burritos. Eggs. Again, a breakfast burrito cannot be called a breakfast burrito if you neglect
Without
to
eggs.
put eggs into it. High in protein, B12, and healthy fats, this is where the magic happens in transforming a mundane breakfast into a biochemically useful meal. I'm looking at you, Cheerios. All 18, 3 per burrito. Back to the artisanal looking schlop on the stove. I mean, come on, that's gorgeous. It reminds
pretty
me that I
runny,
put
but-
cottage cheese in this, yet there are no cheesy lumps to be seen. By now it has reached a thickness that risks being too thick after I let this all cool, so I pour it into a glass dish or large rimmed plate and set it aside to cool. Wasting no time, I waterfall the whisked eggs into the pan, keeping the pan on medium-high heat. I'm just pushing around the eggs and scraping the sides of the pan until I achieve a thoroughly cooked,
You know
still
what?
somewhat creamy end result.
That looks really fucking good. That looks really good. And shout out to the pan. The pan looks not bad.
It's truly incredible how you can make eggs taste cheesy by cooking them this way. Into a bowl they go to keep from cooking much further. I add some salt to taste, maybe a little more than a teaspoon. I keep stirring the eggs as they cool in order to break them up a bit and to keep them from drying out. I let both the eggs and the turkey cool before I assemble the burritos. By the way, this is the meat now.
That
Okay,
nice.
so that's the filling, but where are the tortillas? In case you're new to this
That looks
channel,
so good.
well, first, hi, and second, I make almost everything from scratch, including the tortillas for this recipe. Watch
Oh.
that video after this one, and you'll see why I insist on making my own for these freezer burritos. I like to wrap my burritos in parchment paper before storing them in the freezer, as it helps to keep them held together while they freeze. Aluminum foil or wax paper would work well too. Those of you who are familiar with my other freezer burrito recipes may be used to seeing me use a scale at this point, but in keeping it simple, I'm just eyeballing it this time. And I tuck and wrap, making sure to put them pinkies to work. Wrap in the paper and set aside for another. I find that the process of wrapping your own burritos.
I don't know if anyone else, I just like dump everything in the burrito and then I hold one side and I'm like, I'm wrapping it. I always put too much stuff in the middle of it every single time.
Pretty relaxing. Maybe if this whole YouTube thing doesn't work out, I'll pick up a job at Chipotle. Unless... I'm kidding. I believe in this channel far too much to ever give up on it. My aim is to bring you the tastiest, healthiest, and most convenient recipes that I can create to help anyone improve their diet. And that means far more to me than any paycheck ever will. Once all the burritos are wrapped,
that looks really
line
good.
them up in a baking dish and set them in the freezer overnight before putting them in freezer-safe Ziploc bags for a quick and nutritious breakfast throughout the week, courtesy of my microwave. No, I don't have any footage of me eating these because I ate them all before I could record that. You're just going to have to try them for yourself.
I wish that he had. I wish that he had like a little breakdown of the macros and stuff. See the comments here. Do you know what a teaspoon is? He measures spices by heart. He's cooking. You're gonna add a half a tablespoon of cumin. Dumps the whole bottle in. I initially thought adding cottage cheese to the meat was really weird, but after trying it today, it's hands down my favorite burrito recipe. Definitely gonna be making my taco, burrito, nacho meat this way from now on. Yeah, that's like super smart. I've never thought of actually doing it that way. I've only thought of doing it in the way of like you just eat it on the side or you mix it with some other things, but you eat it cold, not like cooking it in meat. That's like that probably creates a lot of protein. I like this video. I'm gonna try this shit. You should try it too.